Christ almighty, how the heck did I get myself into this one? Okay, no intro skit, no nothing. This is just a quickie on a moron who has no idea what he's doing. So, context. 7thbloodydragon, a commentator previously commentated on by Digital Tie, decided to make a quickie on Doodletone's top 10 bullshit levels list. It sucked. So, let's just get on to the video. We don't want to make this drag on.
Well, it's nearly been a year since I made that crappy Mr. Enter commentary now. Let's celebrate by causing even more drama in the steaming pile of bull feces that is the commentary community.
Okay, seems fine so far.
Now, I'm not covering any of his commentary videos.
Well, I think you'll be commentating on somebody really mature.
Instead, I'm covering his top 10 bullshit video game levels, or more precisely, his entry with Payday 2. Why exactly? Well, I'll just show you the video and you'll see why.
You know, even if I'm absolutely garbage on it, stealth in video games is one of my favorite things to do. I like being able to just walk around being undetected by guards and shit, and games like Payday allow me to do just that alongside with friends in a team setting. Payday is fun, just to put that out there. That is until you're forced into a situation where you have to put on the heaviest armor, grab the most lethal weapons you got, and go loud.
Hey, what about dodge and grinder builds?
For those who don't quite understand what loud means, imagine being the World of Warcraft meme from 2005. Now give yourself a gun and some armor, and plaster a neon target on your forehead. Whenever you are forced into a position to avoid the police and SWAT teams coming around to help you, it's a bad time for Doodletones. Because the SWAT makes everything harder than it needs to be, and given the circumstances for going, you don't have a choice in the matter.
Really now? You have trouble with one of the most basic enemies in the game next to the average police officer? Snipers? Nope. Tasers? Nope. Medics? Nope. Shields? Nope. Bulldozers? Nah. Those shit-eating cloakers? No. It's the average SWAT officer that's the real problem for Doodle Diapers here.
You know, this whole entire list is Doodle's own opinion. She's talking about the experience that she herself had with the game. Or maybe basic and easier one may not be the same for others. After all, what's easy and what's hard is all subjective. You were literally getting onto a case, having trouble with enemies. And, well, yeah, remember this for later. Meanwhile, I'd like to touch on something else. Doodle diapers. Hey, look, everybody! Look at the 7thbloodydragon! Is he cool yet? Well, yeah, I mean, dragons are cold-blooded, they're naturally cool. Wait, getting off topic. As I was saying, you're a freaking moron. It's not cool, it's not clever, it's been done to death. You're just bringing up drama that should remain dead at this point, and apparently was one of those people on the anti-doodle hate bandwagon who can't listen to rhyme or reason. Right alongside the likes of people like Obscurian.
It's so great if you're not a fucking murderer.
With all that is said and done now, I can put any loud mission on this list, as they all tend to have the same kind of premise to them.
Oh, so you're gonna call a very important part of the game bullshit just because—
Oh, I can't handle all these SWAT officers are so easy to take down, just like those mean-spirited cyberbullies who criticize me in the comments of my videos.
Now cry for mom to change her diapers.
Refer to my last interjection about difficulty. Also, 7th, seriously, just shut up. You aren't funny. Not to mention that audio was screwed up so badly you can barely understand what that thing was saying. Just please don't talk anymore. Please don't talk anymore. Please don't—
It'd be like if I said that all of Cuphead's bosses were bullshit. Not because of the game's fault, but rather that I can't handle all these projectiles on the screen I have to deal with. All because I can't adapt to the game. You might say it's a stretch for the comparison here, but let me remind you that Payday 2 has many different weapons, armor, items, and of course, builds, in order to take all that shit that the police are throwing at you, and dish it all back like the average Black Lives Matter member.
You know, the first time I saw this, I thought this was a fine point. Then I remembered something. Just because there's a way to get around it doesn't mean Doodle has to like it. You know, let me play this clip from earlier in Doodle's video.
But I really had to think of what each of these levels pissed me off more than others, and how much, whenever I play them, I want to down a liter of alcohol to make the pain go away.
This whole list is formatted off of what makes her rage the most in the games. Simply saying there's a way to get around them isn't doing a darn dang dead thing about it, bucko. Like anecdotal evidence time. I hate the job missions in Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. I know there's ways to win the level easily, but given the insane amount of damage the enemies do, the level is still hell when we're playing through the game. You sure it's 7thbloodydragon? Because I'm really not feeling lucky right now.
Let me remind you that Payday 2 isn't primarily a stealth game. It's a heist game where sometimes you have the option of stealth. And there are missions where you have to go loud, just like the ones Doodle's gonna mention just about now.
Okay, let's consider this. You yourself admitted to the fact that Payday is a stealth game. Now, let's consider the fact that Doodle may just not like the fact that a stealth game, that apparently has multiple options to get around scenarios, forces you to go loud, and can possibly ruin the experience. It's like if you played Metal Gear Solid up to a point and then just go shooting people up like Leroy Jenkins! Goodbye stealth! Goodbye any chance of this commentary being good.
But with just this sheer amount of guards, I think I'm gonna have to put Hoxton Breakout here. Don't get me wrong, boy, is it worth it in the end. But I'm not good at having a billion things firing at me at once, so turning an FPS game into bullet hell is practically spelling disaster for me.
Doodle said, and I quote, "a billion things firing at me," which can translate to a bullet hell. Also, maybe since I've never played Payday, so feel free to correct me. It was said earlier there were a lot of enemies. Depending on the number of enemies in said section, whether it's hit scan or not, really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Bada boom, bada bing. Post Jonah has returned. Okay, well, editing, I realized something I should have brought up that I didn't. While my point still stands, there's still a chance that what Doodle was doing was known as a hyperbole, over-exaggerating for detail. I bring this up because it means that you are possibly taking an over-exaggeration far too seriously. And when you do that, well, this video happens.
Combined with having to progress further alongside a truck what amounts to a pseudo-escort mission, it just gets stressful. And that's not even mentioning day 2 where you need to protect Hoxton while he's packing, requiring you to be a sitting duck for half an hour. It's just stressful.
No.
These secrets, so don't try shit, or I'll end your fucking life.
Oh my god. Is this really so troublesome and stressful for you? Man, you won't survive on the older FPS games of the 90s to the early 2000s.
7th, nobody really cares. This isn't even really a pot shot this time. This is just something pointless. Christ, nice to see the rush from the intercom hasn't worn off completely yet. Here's a dose of lemonade to get it off. Now just pour it right over your head. Remember kids, when life gives you lemonade, just squeeze them into your eyeballs!
If you really want a reason why Hoxton's Breakout isn't a problem, here's why. On day 2, inside the police station, there are 3 openings where the police are funneled through. You can find a keycard that shuts off one of the openings, allowing you to funnel and mow down police much easier. As for day 1, well, all I can say is get an aggressive build, like the previously mentioned dodge and grinder builds. Final thoughts, I rest my case on why Doodle has no right to complain about the loud segments of the game. And Doodle, if you're watching this, you've got 2 options. 1. Man up, suck it up, and get good. Or 2.
Go to the forums and cry like the little bitch you are!
Hey 7th, how about you get good by realizing that get good is never good critique. Like at least you were trying before both explaining stuff. Granted those were still flawed for the reasons I stated in this video, but get good involves no advice and doesn't contribute to anything. Actually, no, even then, saying get good doesn't even debunk the issues that Doodle had with the level. That being having to go in loud as well as the multiple enemies. And as said earlier, this whole entire list is subjective. Frick off! And with that, the video closes. However, there is one thing I'd like to address. I put a comment in 7th's comment section saying that I was planning on covering the video. He then asked me to explain why the video sucked in the comments instead of making a commentary on it. So allow me to explain why this mentality sucks. Say, what if somebody wants to do this for fun? What's the fun in pointing out flaws in the comment section? And 2, by making a comment helps other people know what not to do in a commentary. And speaking of such, final thoughts. This sucked. You know why it sucked? Spite! There was so much spite put into this commentary, from the misgendering Doodle to the pot shots and everything else. Ruined any potential argument. And as for get good? Well, no, I've already debunked that crazy mentality. I have actually never been this disappointed in a commentary ever. I was hoping for signs of improvement since the intercom, and sadly I have yet to see any of it. My advice? Lose the spite. It plagued your video on enter, and it plagues this one. So, you can either accept my criticism, or apply back, and make my job so much easier. Your choice. That being said, this is Jonah Smith saying reflect.